ESL London. It is at fever pitch here, the excitement. As ever, the Khan family gathered in force at ringside to see what Amir can do. Here's our Master of Ceremonies, Mark Burdis.
And now to introduce the contestants. Firstly, the challenger, weighing in at 9 stone 9 and fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white and blue shorts. He enters the ring with 39 wins and 5 losses with 2 draws. He is the former world champion from South Wales, Australia, by way of Guyana, and tonight is the challenger for the title. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting and introducing the former IBF champion of the world, Gairy Superman Sinclair. And across the ring stands the champion, fighting out of the blue corner and wearing these silver shorts. And weighing in at 9 stone 8.5, he brings with him an undefeated record of 15 wins as a professional, and tonight makes the 3rd defence of his title. Ladies and gentlemen, from Bolton, please welcome the 2004 Olympic silver medalist and the undefeated.
Let the cup of tea wait a moment. Don't go to the bar, don't blink if you can help it, because this is excitement unadulterated. Amir Khan against Gairy Sinclair, the Commonwealth lightweight title. Just how spectacular is it going to be tonight? Took Khan just 72 seconds against Graham Earl. What can Gairy Sinclair do? Vastly experienced, durable, tough, and straight away having to absorb a quick left hook from Khan. Khan undefeated, of course, and getting a colossal reception when he made good uppercut from Khan, but Sinclair coming back with 2 decent-looking body shots of his own.
Khan boxing behind a nice tight guard, nice snappy jabs, and already you can see in Khan not being erratic at all, not looking for the knockout because he knows he's got a world-class performer in front of him.
Sinclair, who came from a really poor background in Guyana, learned the fight game effectively in one of the hardest schools of all, in the Gleason Gym in New York. Lived in Brooklyn, now takes an uppercut from Khan, quality from Khan. And if he can get this man out quickly, believe me, the boxing world will really take note. It will once more reverberate around the world. Good jabs from Khan. And Sinclair now trying to keep his gloves held high, trying to keep that peekaboo style.
Sinclair content in biding his time, just trying to walk Khan down, keep him on the back foot, make him work a little bit harder. Don't forget, this guy's had to travel a long way to get here.
All taken on the gloves and arms by Sinclair. The crowd, particularly at the back, roaring in that attack. That did get through there, the uppercut. But back comes Sinclair with 2 or 3 good body shots of his own. Interesting stuff from both men in this opening round. Go to break.
Quite happy at this present moment in time just to keep Sinclair at harm's way.
The right hand is the one which Sinclair's fancying. We know that he can fight this sort of style, whereby he's defensively cute. Sometimes he likes to switch hit. So far only fighting out of the orthodox style, leading off with the left hand. Khan trying to unload, but again most of those shots being taken by the gloves and on the arms of Sinclair.
Well, Sinclair would have obviously been in with bigger punches than Khan, but I'm not so sure he would have been in with guys with quick hands like he does.
Corrales in his prime was pretty handy.
Absolutely, you know, he's been in with Corrales and Vivian Harris, just to name just a couple, but No, Khan's hand speed is pretty impressive.
And there is always the argument that going in with these fighters, you know, he came through the hard school and was thrown in with them possibly a little bit before he should have done. Maybe the old fox will think, drag him into the later rounds and then we'll see. Khan's conditioning, his strength work, it will all pay dividends the further the fight goes.
Yeah, maybe Sinclair wants to, as you said, take him into the later rounds and see just what he's got.
Well, Khan's been dictating this fight so far. Duke scoring the first round to him, and Khan doing pretty well in the second round as well. Well, no great sign of concern in that Sinclair corner. Johnny Lewis, the veteran trainer, the man who's been there, seen it, done it. He doesn't look too disturbed that Khan has maybe taken the first couple of rounds. He will believe that his moment will come.
Sorry, John, what they've told Sinclair to do is to go to the body. I quite distinctly heard him say to them, let him throw his punches and then hurt him to the body. So you can expect that kind of an attack now from Sinclair.
A lot of Khan's punches are not getting through. The crowd roaring their acclaim every time he throws. That left hand did get through, and another one, but a lot being taken on the gloves. The question will be, when Sinclair gets into a position to fire back, if indeed he can do, just what effect can he have? Good body shot, that one from Khan. Lovely left hook.
Khan just got to stay one step up. Nice snappy combinations. Doing a good job right now of hit and not getting hit.
The Khan skeptics will forever remember the moment when Willie Limond put him down last July, and there's the right hand. That's the one that Khan cannot afford to get caught with.
Yeah, Khan can ill afford to drop the left hand. It's always been quite a bad habit of his. Just need to keep it up to nullify the right hand coming over from Sinclair.
Got to walk him down, get inside, and then start to really throw some shots. At the moment, it ain't coming. He's not finding a way past the long reach advantage of Khan, who's content just to try and pick him off with the jab and the occasional hooks.
I think Sinclair is obviously ambitious enough because he's come to take the fight to Khan, but he's not adapting to Khan's style. He's not opening up.
Here's the first attack though from Sinclair. Khan fast, committed. You can see the concentration on his face, and lovely variety of punch. That was absolute quality. The left uppercut followed by the hook, maybe his best little combination of the fight so far.
Well, Sinclair really can't seem to do too much damage at this moment. He's just being totally outboxed, and as a result losing the rounds.
He's coming forward, trying to bully his way back in the closing second.
Well, there's no mistake made by Khan so far. He's boxing an absolute perfect fight. He's boxing sensibly, he's boxing behind his jab. No need to take silly risks like that, but the jabs keep working, the right hands are working. Dropping his left hand needs to get that back up, but Sinclair's tactics, I believe, are totally wrong.
Well, the tactics they've obviously talked about and they've worked on, and they will try to work the body, but so far no suggestion that Khan's work rate is diminishing in any way. Khan, I'm sure, would love just to go toe-to-toe with this guy and show that he is the stronger man and just the more raw fighter. His corner will be telling him, no way do you want to get dragged into that sort of thing.
Well, Khan switched southpaw, not quite sure why. Back to the orthodox stance.
It's a decent body shot. Not a huge number of them, but they are starting to get through from the Australian.
I've got Khan winning everything so far.
Yeah, no argument with that, Duke, but he's got to keep it up. There's no suggestion in what we've seen so far that Sinclair's going to get stopped.
Absolutely none at this present moment in time. But Sinclair needs to change tactics if he's going to have a serious chance of winning this fight.
Oh, that's the big right hand. Trying to work the body, trying to get Khan to drop his gloves. Off top, he can't afford to take too many of them though, Duke. The further the fight goes, the more telling they may become. And now we see Sinclair suddenly starting to show that he's not been hurt and that he still has the belief that he can win this fight.
Well, Sinclair quite cutely switched to the right-handed southpaw stance when he was up against the ropes and got himself out of trouble.
So many of these shots from Khan being taken on the arms and the gloves, and the question is, what are the judges seeing the further it goes? Sinclair though, you can see still lots of belief, and look at those body shots, good work. And that right hand is the danger shot, no question about it.
Now all of a sudden Sinclair fighting like he really wants to win.
I think he's always wanted to win, Duke, and I think in those rounds when Khan was dictating, he was just biding his time, just soaking it up, knowing that sooner or later his moment was going to come. And when we were making that observation, I can tell you incidentally that one of their cornermen looked across and winked.
You know, Khan just looking a little bit dishevelled at the moment. Obviously been taken out of his stride, needs to regroup, get back to his boxing.
It's Sinclair's best round of the fight so far. Those clubbing body shots will test the stamina and the conditioning of Khan. Well, that's an interesting one. Oh, and Khan deciding to walk into Sinclair as he goes back to his corner. And I reckon that Sinclair may have won that one, Duke.
That'll be the first round I give him. The first time he was aggressive and managed to sustain his attacks. Caught Khan with some big overhand rights, few left hooks, a little bit of body work. Kept his tight guard, made Khan miss, made him pay.
Didn't need to get hit by those, and it happened on more than one occasion.
Big roundhouse punch right round the houses, but still landed with it.
Was from grace, and Sinclair having to go other ways, and in the end winning the IBF super featherweight title. Can he now produce a huge upset against Khan? I say huge, almost for the first time in Khan's career, he was almost a bettable price. Sinclair 6-1 against. Well, that's not so much of an outside bet in boxing.
Well, Sinclair looking a little bit more sprightly on his feet now, still walking forward, still soaking up the punches. You just wonder, from that last round he might be given a little bit more confidence, might want to take a few more chances, and in doing so might come unstuck to counter punches.
Khan threw a lovely left uppercut in that last exchange. But he's got to keep it, he's got to be cute, got to be wise to the big hooks and the big right hand, particularly of Sinclair, which comes from way won that fight pretty impressively. He says he's a better man, he's a man now, more mature, stronger physically, better tactically. And here, against a world-class fighter, he's having to really think. Great right hand, that's quality.
Absolutely led with the right hand and landed, took a left hook in return. Sinclair digging in now, just trying to walk through Khan's punches, biting on that gum shield, soaking it all up. You know, he's prepared to take 5 to give 1.
Khan's conditioning is showing, it's holding up. Good work from Sinclair. His corner told him that Khan would slow. So far, has he? I'm not too sure. But here's Sinclair trying to finish the round at a sprint. Trying to do enough to catch the judge's eyes.
Yeah, it's a much more aggressive round by Sinclair, but Khan meeting him with flashy combinations.
Oh, tremendous hands-free, great variety of punch. Khan just looking a little bit disheartened in that corner. Sinclair coming forward, walking him down, landing some scoring shots. And Amir Khan just being told by his corner, keep your concentration. And Oliver Harrison was saying, right, we're in the 8th round. What he said to him was, you've got a 4-round fight. What he should have said is, you've got a 5-round fight. But you know the point. He's got to try and really dictate, start as though he means it, as he did in the opening rounds. He's just lost his way a little bit in the last couple. That's a good shot.
Well, Sinclair not being busy enough on his way in and gets outboxed on the way in. Tries a haymaker. Some work, some don't work.
Sheer physical strength of Khan was in evidence in that last exchange of punch of himself. Will Sinclair's moment come?
Well, Sinclair's used to being in with bigger men, taking their punches. I can only emphasise the point again. Should Amir Khan stop this guy, it's a good scalp. Nice combinations again from Khan. Good punch picking. Got Sinclair on the back foot a little bit now. But back he comes. Sinclair's a real strong boy. Still adopting that peekaboo style, Sinclair.
Khan trying to keep concentration, trying to stay mobile. Score when he has the opportunity. And then get out of harm's way as Sinclair tries to unload with shots of his own.
Hellish round for him, but he's looking fantastic.
The most important 4 rounds now of Amir Khan's life. You heard it from Barry McGuigan. And Gairy Sinclair, a battle-hardened veteran from Guyana via Sydney, Australia. He will still believe that he's got the strength to expose the flaws of Khan. Khan has only once been 10 rounds, never been 12 rounds.
Well, as these rounds start to just, pass by, Sinclair's not getting any closer, and he certainly isn't getting any younger. So he really needs to put a rush on this and try and turn the fight around. In order for him to turn the fight around, he's going to have to put Khan on the seat of his pants.
Which he will still believe he can do. He's got through with a couple of jabs to Sinclair for the first time. Almost the first time. Good mobility again from Khan. Sinclair. It's good from Khan. Well, he's saying that it's low, I think. He's saying that left hand was low. I find that a wee bit surprising. A raising of the eyebrows from Khan. Not sure he thought so.
6-1 after a dozen of the other. But Sinclair looking to trade with Khan a little bit in this round. And Khan just meeting him back in kind.
Yep, he's showing that if he wants to get into the trenches, he's prepared to go there. Probably not the policy his corner would want to see. It's a minute to go now in the 9th round, and winning another one. We've got him a long, long way ahead, Duke. Sinclair's got to put him out now if he's going to win this fight. The points are merely academic.
Absolutely, Khan hasn't put a foot wrong. I've got him losing maybe just 1 round, possibly, but winning everything else at the canter. He's boxing when he wants to box, fights when he wants to fight. Moving around the ring with, consummate ease, really. I mean, he might say to you after the fight this was easy, but maybe easy from a physical standpoint because he's fit enough. But certainly from a mental standpoint, he's had to stay on top of the game.
Well, that's Duke's card. He's got him 7 points ahead. Well, he tried to throw it and then was beaten to the shot by Khan, who nails him with 1-2 real flashy left shots to the body. In a very mature performance this from Amir Khan. There'll be the cynics out there who'll say, yeah, but Sinclair's not come in there. He's not gambled, he's not thrown enough shots, not thrown enough leather. Well, okay, I hear that. But he's still there, and he's still a threat. And Khan knows that, and he's reading it, and he's doing enough. He's caught by a right hand there from Sinclair.
Well, but Khan's not allowing Sinclair. He's not allowing him to get off in his punches. He's not allowing Sinclair to back him up and nail him. He just keeps moving, plenty of good movement, upper body movement. You know, nice snappy jabs, nice snappy combinations. He's just not allowing Sinclair anywhere near him.
Two headshots from Sinclair do get through, a right hand boxed beautifully. Showing that Olympic pedigree. Really, 2004 when he caught the attention of the nation. Doesn't seem like nearly 4 years ago, does it?
It's incredible, really, to think, like you say, John, he's a former Olympian, but now obviously shed that vest and made the transition, and looks like he's made quite a successful transition to the professional ranks. A Commonwealth champion, who knows, maybe one day a world champion.
Sinclair trying to drop his gloves, trying to make Khan make mistakes. He wants to get into the trenches with Khan. He wants to go toe-to-toe now. But Khan will have none of it. Oh, that's a lovely right hand. Beautiful the way he found his way through the high-held guard. Lovely shot from Khan. Absolute quality.
Khan's concentration has been spot on tonight. Thus far, hasn't put a foot or hand wrong.
4 minutes of this fight remaining. Sinclair trying to walk him down. But Khan still looking fresh, still got spring in his step. Speed in his shots, snap in his punches. And making Sinclair miss, and if he can still summon it in these last 2 minutes.
It's not happening, John. It's just not happening. He hasn't been able to close the range pretty much all night, once or twice in one of the rounds which I give him, but I've only given him 1 round. He stands off too far, and as he stands off, Khan just systematically beats him to the punch time and time again.
Those sparkling shorts of Amir Khan matching his performance here in London tonight. This is a good fighter he's beaten, and he's beaten him very, very well indeed. Sinclair trying to throw everything into that left hook, which just whistled past the nose of Khan.
Well, there is a sense of maturity about Khan, which we've been waiting for some considerable fights now, but he's certainly, the last 2 fights for me, has raised his game.
He's grown up. I think we can safely say that. He's had to think, and he's had to box, and he's done it. And he's done it very, very well indeed. Still looking to move away, keep his man at range. Use that mobility that served him so well all night. And now he's got less than 3/4 of a minute to keep Sinclair at bay and to keep that Commonwealth. There's his sister and the little niece.
Khan never allowed Sinclair to box the fight that he probably wanted to fight. He just did pretty much what he wanted to do. Outboxed him, kept him at range through snappy combinations, and never allowed Sinclair to get anywhere near close.
I wish I had a fiver for every time somebody had asked me, has success changed Amir? Has it changed him as a person? Well, I can tell a very big audience here tonight that the answer to that is no. He's still got his family close to him, he's still got the team around him that he had from the outset, and it's all going very, very well indeed. Well done. We can get confirmation of the results.
A round of applause for 2 boxers who gave their all. After 12 rounds of pulsating boxing, we go to the scorecard. We have a unanimous decision. Judge Dave Parry scores the contest 120 to 108. Judge Mark Green 120 to 108. Judge Mickey Van 120 to 108. The winner, and still the Commonwealth lightweight champion.
Well, top stuff, Amir. Amir Khan celebrating a bit of sporting perfection, winning every round and retaining his title, all 12 rounds, retaining that Commonwealth lightweight crown. And Amir going the full 12 for the first time in your life. How much does that mean to you?
Oh, it meant a lot to me, you know. I've always wanted to do 12 rounds, most rounds I've done, and against a world-class opponent, you know, a former world champion. And to do what I did today, you know, I was in there, I felt comfortable. Every shot I hit him with, you know, he kept coming back, he was strong, he took every shot. But I enjoyed it in there, you know, I learned more off that than going in there knocking someone out in the first round.
Was there any stage at all in that fight where you thought you might be the first person ever to get rid of him early?
Yeah, there was, a few times when I caught him with some good 1-2.
Either in April or Amir will fight for the European title.
That's very good. And what did you make of his performance?
I thought it was 10 out of 10 tonight.
It was
12 out of 12.
The judges agree with you as well. Listen, brilliant stuff, Amir. You can't do more than win every round. You can't do more than go 12 rounds for the first time, and you can't do more than retain that belt. Well done.
Thanks very much.
Brilliant. Let's have a little word with Barry. Perfection, Barry, his best so far, beyond any question.